Josep Tarradellas Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1634 Zulu, wind 100 at 7 variable between 070 and 130, visibility 5, temperature 25, dew point 19, QNH 1. Josep Tarradellas Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1634 Zulu, wind 100 at 7 variable between 070 and 130. Josep Tarradellas Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1634 Zulu, wind 100 at 7 variable between 070 and 130, visibility 5, temperature 25, dew point 19, QNH 1019 remarks, no pattern work, take hold in effect, no light aircraft accepted at this time, rolling departures only, file flight plan prior to contacting ATC, use of departure and arrival procedures required landing runway 6 right and 6 left, departing runway 6 right, recommended departure procedures, ACAB 1Z, CINI 4R, VERS 3R, recommended arrival procedures, ALD 1E, BISP 1E, CAS 1E, LOBA 2E, MAR 2E, MAY 2M, NISA 1E, HUMA 1E applies on initial contact, you have information Bravo. Iberia 55 Heavy, hold position.
Holding position, IF359.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Seabird 369, request taxi to gate 200 at the Terminal 1.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Air China 5666, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Emirates 05 Super, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo, Kilo November, Tango, Papa 7, contact tower when ready. Evelot 1310 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 6 left. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Delta 195 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo. Josep Tarradellas Ground, JMC 1021, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Evelot 1310 Heavy, contact Josep Tarradellas Tower on 118.33. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Dreamjet 785, request taxi to gate 115 at the Terminal 2. Contacting Josep Tarradellas Tower on 118.33, Evelot 1310 Heavy.
Holding position, Iberia 55 Heavy.
Emirates 255 Echo Kilo, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Dreamjet 785, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Dreamjet 785. Seabird 369, request permission to cross runway 2. Skywalker 9851 Heavy, hold position.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Air China 5666, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Holding position, Skywalker 9851 Heavy. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Bravo Hotel India Mike, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Seabird 369, cross runway 2.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Europa 6072, request taxi to gate 264 at the Terminal 1.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Iberexa 074 Alpha Delta, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 right. Taxi to parking, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, India Mike Oscar Romeo Oscar, ready to taxi.
Josep Tarradellas Ground, Air China 5666, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
India Mike Oscar Romeo Oscar, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo November, Charlie November, Tango, Papa 7, contact tower when ready. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Emirates 188, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo November, Charlie November, Tango, Papa 7, India Mike Oscar Romeo Oscar. Cafe 375 Heavy, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Cafe 375 Heavy. Air China 5666, hold position. Air Portugal 1035, hold position.
Holding position, Air China 5666. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 left.
Emirates 255 Echo Kilo, contact Josep Tarradellas Tower on 118.33. Holding position, Delta 195 Heavy. Josep Tarradellas Ground, Delta Alpha India X-Ray Bravo, request taxi to parking. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, cross runway 2.
Contacting Joseph Terradellis ground on 122.23, Emirates 255 Echo Kilo.
Crossing runway 2, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
North Shuttle 2902, taxi to parking, at your discretion. North Shuttle 2902, cross runway 2. Delta Alpha India X-Ray Bravo, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Joseph Terradellis ground, November 381 Tango India, request taxi to gate 245 at the Terminal 1.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Iber Extra 074 Alpha Delta, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Cafe 321 Heavy, request taxi to parking. Europa 6072, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Europa 6072.
November 381 Tango India, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Emirates 185 Super, request taxi to parking.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Anatolian 656, ready for pushback. Taxi to parking, Cafe 321 Heavy.
Holding position, Aegean 764. Joseph Terradellis ground, Aegean 764, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellis ground, American 757, ready to taxi to runway 6 left.
Taxi to parking, Emirates 185 Super.
Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, hold position.
Holding position, Chinook 002 Lima Sierra.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Singapore 31, request taxi to parking. Holding position, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy.
Cafe 321 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Emirates 255 Echo Kilo, request taxi to gate 119A at the Terminal 2.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Boeing 1967, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Cafe 321 Heavy, cross runway 2. Joseph Terradellis ground, Emirates 188, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Crossing runway 2, Cafe 321 Heavy. Singapore 31, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Joseph Terradellis ground, North Shuttle 2902, request taxi to gate 115 at the Terminal 2.
Taxi to parking, Singapore 31.
Emirates 255 Echo Kilo, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Joseph Terradellis ground, Singapore 177 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo. North Shuttle 2902, taxi to Terminal 2 Gate 101 via Tango. Bravo Hotel India Mike, hold position. Joseph Terradellis ground, Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellis ground, Victor Tango India India Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Singapore 31, request permission to cross runway 2. Joseph Terradellis ground, Ryanair 2890, request taxi to gate 104 at the Terminal 2.
Joseph Terradellis ground, American 757, ready to taxi to runway 6 left. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, please expedite.
I'm sorry, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Joseph Terradellis ground, United 769 Heavy, request taxi to stand 143A at the ramp 9. Joseph Terradellis ground, Itero 2395, ready for pushback. United 769 Heavy, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, United 769 Heavy. Singapore 31, cross runway 2. Joseph Terradellis ground, JMC 1021, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Crossing runway 2, Singapore 31.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Air Force 111, request taxi to gate 236 at the Terminal 1.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Ryanair 1811, ready for pushback.
Holding position, Bravo Hotel India Mike, Air Force 111, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Joseph Terradellis ground, United 769 Heavy, request taxi to gate 250 at the Terminal 1.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Dwelling 518, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 right.
Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy.
Ryanair 1811, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Emirates 277 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellis ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready for pushback.
Joseph Paradelis ground, American 757, ready to taxi to runway 6 left. Joseph Paradelis ground, Delta 115, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Ryanair 2890, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Boeing 3915, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Boeing 3915. Air Force 111, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Air Force 111. United 769 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Joseph Paradelis ground, dwelling 3900, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Ryanair 2890, request permission to cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 3265, request taxi to parking. Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 188, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, runway 6 left, taxi via Mike, November, Yankee 7, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Mike, November, Yankee 7, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 255 Echo Kilo, request taxi to gate 119A at the Terminal 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Foxtrot Kilo Mike 272, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 1811, ready to taxi to runway 6 right.
Ryanair 2890, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Ryanair 2890. Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 277 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Ryanair 3265, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Singapore 387 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Tiger 22, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, November 53780, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Boeing 1967, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Paradelis ground, Victor Tango India India Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. American 757, hold position.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Foxtrot Kilo Mike 272, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo.
Ryanair 3265, request permission to cross runway 2. Joseph Paradelis ground, Victor Tango India India Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Air China 5666, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Wizz 113, ready for pushback.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Thai 202 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, A02A, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 188, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Victor Tango India India Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Qantas 55 Alpha Tango, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 226, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Ryanair 2890, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. Boeing 3915, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Yankee, request permission to cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready for pushback.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Aegean 764, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, pushback approved, tail to the north. Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 2395, ready to taxi to runway 6 right. Pushback approved, tail to the north. Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Victor Tango India India Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Oscar Kilo Mike 272, hold position. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Delta 195 Heavy.
Holding position, Foxtrot Kilo Mike 272.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Air China 5666.
Joseph Paradelis ground, IF48 074 Alpha Delta, ready for pushback.
Air Canada 822 Heavy, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Ryanair 3265.
Contacting Joseph Terradella's tower on 118.33, Ryanair 2890. Joseph Terradella's ground, Iberex 074 Alpha Delta, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Itero 2395, ready to taxi to runway 6 right. Thank you, Delta 195 Heavy.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Ryanair 226, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Emirates 277 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Emirates 188, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Yankee, requests permission to cross runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Singapore 177 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo, Juliet November, Tango, Papa 7, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo, Juliet November, Tango, Papa 7, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy.
Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo, Juliet November, Tango, Papa 7, Anatolian 656. Skywalker 9851 Heavy, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Skywalker 9851 Heavy. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Emirates 188. Joseph Terradella's ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Terradella's ground, Itero 2395, ready to taxi to runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradella's ground, November 19 Alpha, request taxi to stand 82 at the ramp 1.
Aegean 764, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Lima Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Lima Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, Aegean 764.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Air China 5666, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Singapore 31, ready for pushback.
Singapore 177 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north. Joseph Terradella's ground, Vueling 3915, request taxi to parking. Joseph Terradella's ground, Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo, Foxtrot November, Tango, Papa 7, Ryanair 1811.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Citroen 16 Bravo Hotel, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Yankee, contact Joseph Terradella's tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Terradella's tower on 118.33, Lufthansa 8 Lima Yankee.
Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, request frequency change.
Itero 2395, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo, Kilo November, Tango, Papa 7, contact tower when ready.
Crossing runway 2, November 19 Alpha.
Contacting Joseph Terradella's tower on 118.33, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy. Joseph Terradella's ground, Dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Vueling 5414, ready for pushback. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, continue taxi. Joseph Terradella's ground, Qantas 55 Alpha Tango, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Itero 2A, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo.
Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, Air China 5666.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Singapore 387 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Singapore 31, ready for pushback.
Anatolian 656, request frequency change. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo. Joseph Terradella's ground, Buford 80 Echo, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Ryanair 40 Sierra X-Ray, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Coriner 2074 Alpha, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Itero 2A, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Lima, Delta Sierra, November, Yankee 7, Itero 2A.
Speedbird 875, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Singapore 388 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Singapore 388 Heavy, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Singapore 388 Heavy.
Speedbird 8759, request permission to cross runway 2. Speedbird 8759, cross runway 2.
Contacting Joseph Terradellas Tower on 118.33, Lufthansa 8 Lima Yankee.
Ostriches 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Ryana 226, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Vueling 909, request taxi to gate 232 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Terradellas ground, Vueling 5414, ready for pushback. Joseph Terradellas ground, Europa 792, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Vueling 909, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Crossing runway 2, Vueling 909. Vueling 923 Kilo Echo, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 234, hold short of 220. Joseph Terradellas ground, Qatari 507 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Vueling 923 Kilo Echo, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 234, hold short of 220. Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, pushback approved, tail to the north. Session 16 Bravo Hotel, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot.
Europa 792, hold position. Holding position, Europa 792.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Ryana 226, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Terradellas ground, L of 92, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Air Force 1, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Dwelling 923 Kilo Echo, request permission to cross runway 2. Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradellas ground, November 8, reporting Marina, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Terradellas ground, Ostriches 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellas ground, Qantas 55 Alpha Tango, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Vueling 923 Kilo Echo, cross runway 2.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Ryana 226, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Emirates 277 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, DHL 555, request taxi to stand 136 at the ramp 3.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Airway Italia 369, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready to taxi to runway 6 left.
Stand by, November 804 Lima Lima. Joseph Terradellas ground, November 804 Lima Lima, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Singapore 31, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Coriner 2074 Alpha, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, request permission to cross runway 6 left. Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Lufthansa 007 Super, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 2.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready to taxi to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Singapore 387 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north. Joseph Terradellas ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Crossing runway 2, IF48. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Singapore 387 Heavy. Singapore 388 Heavy, contact Joseph Terradellas Tower on 118.33.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Ryano 137 India November, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Coriner 2074 Alpha, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Singapore 31, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Ostriches 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready. DHL 555, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Joseph Terradellas ground, Lufthansa 007 Super, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready to taxi to runway 6 left.
Singapore 388 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Singapore 177 Heavy, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 left 24 right.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Wizz 113, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Taxiing to runway 6 right, will hold short of 6 left 24 right, Singapore 177 Heavy. Joseph Terradellas ground, Everlock 868 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling
Joseph Terradellas ground, Vueling 1967, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Terradellas ground, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, dwelling 518, ready for pushback.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Yankee Romeo Golf Bravo Yankee, request taxi to gate 285 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Terradellas ground, Coriner 2074 Alpha, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellas ground.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Wizz 113, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellas ground, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellas traffic, Qantas 55 Alpha Tango, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Sichuan 16 Bravo Hotel, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, November 53780, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Wizz 113, taxiing to runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Singapore 387 Heavy, taxiing to runway 6 left. Joseph Terradellas traffic, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, DHL 555, crossing runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Singapore 177 Heavy, taxiing to runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Singapore 701, taxiing to runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellas traffic, Europa 792, taxiing to runway 6 left. Joseph Paradelis Tower, Victor Tango India 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 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 6 left, remaining in the pattern.
Helix 400, wind 090 at 13 gusting 22, number 3, runway 6 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Delta 5792.
Number 3, clear to land, runway 6 right, Speedbird 225 Heavy.
More shuttle 46 kilo, cross runway 2.
Number 3, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Helix 400.
Attention all aircraft, please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Crossing runway 2, North Shuttle 46 Kilo.
Attention all aircraft, please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 right, departing north. American 648 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2.
Speedbird 225 Heavy, Barcelona arrival on 131.12. Turkish 1855, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Delta Echo Charlie Charlie Oscar, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Wilco, Turkish 1855.
Contacting Barcelona arrival on 131.12, Speedbird 225 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis traffic, Emirates 186 Super, taxi into runway 6 right.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Ryanair 28.
Delta Echo Charlie Charlie Oscar, cross runway 6 left, please expedite. Delta 5792, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Crossing runway 6 left, Delta Echo Charlie Charlie Oscar.
Wilco, Delta 5792. Joseph Paradelis Tower, Emirates 185, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left.
Emirates 185, wind 090 at 17 gusting 22, number 2, runway 6 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Emirates 185.
Turkish 1855, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Delta Echo Charlie Charlie Oscar, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Delta Echo Charlie Charlie Oscar. Ryanair 62 November Alpha, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Suntruk 053 Mike Hotel is 8 nautical miles to the southwest at 1800 feet, inbound for landing. I'm sorry, Easy 964.
Bowler is 3268 Heavy, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Ryanair 62 November Alpha.
Europa 739, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Easy 964, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 right, departing straight out.
Wilco, Felix 400.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 right, Suntruk 053 Mike Hotel.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Iberexter 074 Alpha Delta, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing straight out.
Turkish 109, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Joseph Paradelis Tower, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Joseph Paradelis Tower, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, with a 113.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Lufthansa 007 Super.
Speedbird 0011 Super, line up and wait runway 6 right. Speedbird 0011 Super, please expedite. Ryanair 619 Sierra November, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Ryanair 619 Sierra November.
Air China 5666, line up and wait runway 6 left.
Line up and wait runway 6 left, Air China 5666.
Sierra Echo Bravo Bravo Yankee, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Speedbird 7 Tango Super, is on final runway 6 right, full stop.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Itero 2A, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing east.
Ryanair 2897, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite.
Wilco, Ryanair 2897.
Air China 5666, wind 090 at 16 gusting 22, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, Air China 5666.
Europa 792, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Romeo Alpha 12041, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Europa 792.
Boeing 111, is on final runway 6 left, full stop.
Sierra Echo Bravo Bravo Yankee, hold short of runway 6 left.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Itero 2A, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing east.
Frequency change approved Speedbird 0011 Super, good day.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Easy 964.
Easy 964, please expedite. November 53780, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. November 53780, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Ryanair 3 Sierra Papa, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 right, departing west.
Speedbird 7 Tango Super, roger. Speedbird 7 Tango Super, wind 090 at 18 gusting 22, number 1, runway 6 right, clear to land. Boeing 111, wind 090 at 19 gusting 22, number 1, runway 6 left, clear to land. Sunturk 053 Mike Hotel, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Easy 964. Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Sunturk 053 Mike Hotel.
Wilco, Emirates 185. Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Sierra Echo Bravo Bravo Yankee.
Iberia 765, wind 090 at 14 gusting 22, number 2, runway 6 left, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 left, Iberia 765.
Air Canada 124. Itero 28, hold short of runway 6 left.
Holding short runway 6 left, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Holding short runway 6 left, Itero 2A.
Easy 964, frequency change approved, good day. Ryanair 3 Sierra Papa, hold short of runway 6 right.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Delta 195 Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 right, departing south.
Delta 195 Heavy, hold short of runway 6 right.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, November 749 Juliet Alpha, inbound on the ILS runway 6 right with information Bravo.
November 749 Juliet Alpha, wind 090 at 15 gusting 22, number 2, runway 6 right, clear to land. Delta 195 Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 right, November 749 Juliet Alpha.
Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 left. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, please expedite.
Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Boeing 111, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. IF48 Tango Super, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Boeing 111.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, 4 Oscar Mike Alpha November, inbound on the ILS runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Delta 195 Heavy, wind 090 at 13 gusting 22, runway 6 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Wilco, Speedbird 7 Tango Super.
Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, cross runway 6 left, please expedite.
Crossing runway 6 left, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy. Thank you, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
IF47 Tango Super, contact Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23.
Joseph Terradelis Tower, 802A, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing east.
Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, hold short of runway 6 left. Itero 28, hold short of runway 6 left. Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy, contact Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23.
Thank you, good day, Air Canada 124 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Holding short runway 6 left, 802A.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 right, 4 Oscar Mike Alpha November.
Boeing 111, contact Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23.
Contacting Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23, Boeing 111.
Itero 28, line up and wait runway 6 left. Itero 28, please expedite.
Line up and wait runway 6 left, 802A.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, Cathay 1358 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradelis Tower, Iberia 62 uniform, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left with information Bravo.
Turkish 1855, cross runway 6 left, please expedite.
Thank you, Delta 195 Heavy.
Crossing runway 6 left, Turkish 1855.
Joseph Terradelis Tower, Romeo Alpha 12041, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing east.
Delta 195 Heavy, thank you, good day.
Frequency change approved Delta 195 Heavy, good day.
Cathay 1358 Heavy, wind 090 at 14 gusting 22, number 3, runway 6 right, clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land, runway 6 right, Cathay 1358 Heavy.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Iberia 62 uniform.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, 802A.
Chenix 002 Lima Sierra, request permission to cross runway 6 left. Itero 28, wind 090 at 15 gusting 22, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. November 749 Juliet Alpha, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, November 749 Juliet Alpha.
Turkish 1855, contact Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23.
Contacting Joseph Terradelis ground on 122.23, Turkish 1855.
Romeo Alpha 12041, line up and wait runway 6 left. Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, hold short of runway 6 left.
Line up and wait runway 6 left, Romeo Alpha 12041.
Romeo Alpha 12041, please expedite. Itero 28, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved 802A, good day.
United 2216 Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, Anatolian 656, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 left, departing east.
Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, avoid sending duplicate messages. Joseph Paragelis Tower, Air France 278 Romeo Bravo Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left. Romeo Alpha 12041, please expedite. Romeo Alpha 12041, wind 090 at 15 gusting 22, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. 4 Oscar Mike Alpha November, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, 4 Oscar Mike Alpha November.
Iberia 456 Heavy, wind 090 at 14 gusting 22, number 2, runway 6 right, cleared to land.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, Romeo Alpha 12041.
Romeo Alpha 12041, please expedite. Romeo Alpha 12041, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Romeo Alpha 12041, good day.
Iberia 62 uniform, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Iberia 62 uniform.
Cathay 1358 heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Cathay 1358 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Emirates 81 Whiskey Heavy, wind 100 at 9, number 2, runway 6 right, clear to land. Singapore 388 Heavy, wind 100 at 8, number 2, runway 6 left, clear to land. Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, request permission to cross runway 6 left. Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 left, Singapore 388 Heavy.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 right, Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy.
Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, cross runway 6 left.
I'm sorry, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot.
Crossing runway 6 left, Chinook 002 Lima Sierra.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing west.
Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, line up and wait runway 6 left. Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, please expedite.
Boeing 111, request frequency change. Joseph Paradelis Tower, Sichuan 16 Bravo Hotel, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing straight out. Boeing 111, disregard last message.
Boeing 111, cross runway 6 left, please expedite.
Bravo Hotel India Mike, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Crossing runway 6 left, Boeing 111. Joseph Paradelis Tower, November 93 Echo Mike is 9 nautical miles to the west at 3,100 feet, inbound for landing with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Sichuan 16 Bravo Hotel, hold short of runway 6 left.
Holding short runway 6 left, Sichuan 16 Bravo Hotel.
Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Boeing 111, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot. Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, Boeing 111.
Iberia 456 Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Wilco, Iberia 456 Heavy. Chinook 002 Lima Sierra, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Bravo Hotel India Mike, contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. Attention all aircraft, please only request for takeoff when first in line. November 93 Echo Mike, wind 100 at 6, number 2, runway 6 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 right, November 93 Echo Mike.
Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Iberia 145 Victor Foxtrot, good day.
Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 left.
Line up and wait runway 6 left, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy.
Singapore 388 Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite. Emirates 81 Whiskey Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Wilco, Singapore 388 Heavy.
Wilco, Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis Tower, Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango Echo Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left. Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango Echo Heavy, wind 100 at 6, number 1, runway 6 left, clear to land. Number 1, clear to land, runway 6 left, Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango Echo Heavy. Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Anatolian 656, line up and wait runway 6 left. Anatolian 656, please expedite.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy.
Ryana 3 Sierra Papa, line up and wait runway 6 right. Ryana 3 Sierra Papa, please expedite. Anatolian 656, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 6 left. Anatolian 656.
Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy. Request frequency change.
November 93 Echo Mike, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite. Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Ryan 1811, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing south.
Frequency change approved. Pakistan 029 Papa Kilo Heavy. Good day. Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Aegean 764, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Ryan 1811, hold short of runway 6 left.
Wilco, November 93 Echo Mike.
Holding short runway 6 left, Ryan 1811.
Ryan 3 Sierra Papa, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Europa 93 Lima Kilo, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left with information Bravo. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 6 right, Aegean 764.
Europa 93 Lima Kilo, wind 100 at 6, number 2, runway 6 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, Europa 93 Lima Kilo.
Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Line up and wait runway 6 right. Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo.
Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff. Tunisia 701, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Tunisia 701.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 6 right. Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo.
Anatolian 656, frequency change approved, good day. Rhino 3 Sierra Papa, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. Ryanair 3 Sierra Papa, good day.
Aegean 764, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. Aegean 764, good day. Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, China Eastern 929 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left.
Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango Echo Heavy, contact Joseph Terra Dallas ground on 122.23. China Eastern 929 Heavy, wind 100 at 6, number 2, runway 6 left, cleared to land. Contacting Joseph Terra Dallas ground on 122.23, Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango Echo Heavy.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing north.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 6 left, China Eastern 929 Heavy.
Tunisia 701, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Tunisia 701.
Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Line up and wait runway 6 right. Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy.
Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. Anatolian 656, good day. Frequency change approved. Qatari 489 Charlie Romeo, good day.
Ryanair 1811, line up and wait runway 6 left.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Singapore 31, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Ryanair 1811, please expedite. Singapore 31, hold short of runway 6 right. Tunisia 701, frequency change approved, good day.
Holding short runway 6 right, Singapore 31.
Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Vueling 5414, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Vueling 5414, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Ostrich 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Line up and wait runway 6 right, Vueling 5414.
Europa 93 Lima Kilo, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Europa 93 Lima Kilo.
Vueling 5414, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Joseph Terra Dallas Tower, Air Force 111, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Ryanair 1811, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 left, Ryanair 1811.
Air Force 111, hold short of runway 6 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Vueling 5414. Holding short runway 6 right, Air Force 111.
Singapore 31, line up and wait runway 6 right. Ryanair 1811, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Ryanair 1811, good day.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Singapore 31.
Air Force 111, please follow instructions. Air Force 111, hold short of runway 6 right.
Holding short runway 6 right, Air Force 111.
Ostrichjet 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Ostrichjet 010 Quebec Romeo Heavy, good day.
Singapore 177 Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 left. Singapore 177 Heavy, please expedite. Singapore 31, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 6 right, Singapore 31.
Itero 2809 is on final runway 6 left, full stop.
Volaris 3268 Heavy, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Volaris 3268 Heavy.
China Eastern 929 Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Itero 2809, roger. Itero 2809, wind 100 at 6, number 1, runway 6 left, clear to land.
Number 1, clear to land, runway 6 left, Itero 2809.
Wilco, China Eastern 929 Heavy.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, Emirates 185, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left with information Bravo.
Singapore 177 Heavy, hold short of runway 6 left. Emirates 185, wind 100 at 6, number 2, runway 6 left, clear to land. Vueling 5414, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Vueling 5414, good day. Number 2, clear to land, runway 6 left, Emirates 185.
Joseph Terradelas Towers, Etihad 137 India November, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Thank you, good day, Uniform Romeo Charlie Uniform Tango. Volaris 3268 Heavy, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff. Etihad 137 India November, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, jet speed 01, ready for departure at runway 6 left, departing east.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Etihad 137 India November.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Volaris 3268 Heavy.
Singapore 31, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Singapore 31. Good day.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, Air Force 111, ready for departure at runway 6 right, departing east.
Jet speed 01, hold short of runway 6 left.
Holding short runway 6 left, jet speed 01.
Volaris 3268 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Itero 2809, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Frequency change approved Volaris 3268 Heavy, good day. Wilco, Itero 2809.
Etihad 137 India November, wind 100 at 6, runway 6 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Etihad 137 India November.
Air Force 111, line up and wait runway 6 right.
Line up and wait runway 6 right, Air Force 111. Joseph Paragelis Tower, Vueling 1967, ready for departure in sequence at runway 6 right, departing east.
Joseph Terradelas Tower, Starwater 2621, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left with information Bravo. Vueling 1967, hold short of runway 6 right.
Holding short runway 6 right, Vueling 1967.
Starwater 2621, wind 100 at 6, number 2, runway 6 left, cleared to land.
Joseph Paragelis Tower, American 7132 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 6 left.
Etihad 137 India November.
Frequency change approved Etihad 137 India November, good day.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 6 right, Air Force 111.
Attention all aircraft, please stand by, controller changes in progress. Emirates 185, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Emirates 185.
Joseph Terradelas traffic, Starwalker 2621 is on final, runway 6 left.
Joseph Terradelas traffic. Sichuan 16 Bravo Hotel, holding short runway 6 left.
Joseph Paradelis traffic. Boeing 1967 is taking off runway 6 right.
Europa 93 Lima Kilo, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 221 via Mike, Delta Sierra. Europa 93 Lima Kilo, give way to aircraft ahead. Give way to aircraft. Europa 93 Lima Kilo. Ryanair 3180, hold position. Holding position. Ryanair 3180. Joseph Paradelis ground. China Eastern 929 Heavy, request taxi to stand 137 at the ramp 3. Delta 13 Heavy, runway 6 right, taxi via Lima Sierra, Kilo, Golf 11, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Lima Sierra, Kilo, Golf 11, Delta 13 Heavy.
China Eastern 929 Heavy, taxi to ramp 3 stand 137, hold short of 6 left 24 right. Taxiing to ramp 3 stand 137, will hold short of 6 left 24 right, China Eastern 929 Heavy. Dwelling 518, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, dwelling 518. Joseph Paradelis ground. American 4988 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground. TAM 8098 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Joseph Paradelis ground. Turkish 2008 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Turkish 2008 Heavy, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, contact tower when ready.
November 53780, request frequency change.
TAM 8098 Heavy, hold position. Joseph Paradelis ground, Parent 001, ready to taxi with information Bravo. American 4988 Heavy, hold position.
Holding position, TAM 8098 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 894, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, Turkish 2008 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 3180, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Itero 894, hold position.
Holding position, Itero 894.
Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 left 24 right. Parent 001, hold position.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo.
Holding position, Parent 001. Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 8291, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo. Ryanair 3180, taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 left 24 right. Taxiing to runway 6 right, will hold short of 6 left 24 right. Ryanair 3180. Ryanair 8291, taxi to runway 6 right. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Ryanair 8291. Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo, please follow instructions.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Delta 627 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Delta 627 Heavy, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Delta 627 Heavy.
Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, with a 113, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, WestJet 29 Heavy, ready for pushback.
WestJet 29 Heavy, hold position.
Holding position, WestJet 29 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, November 93 Echo Mike, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
November 93 Echo Mike. Hold position. Holding position. November 93 Echo Mike. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Hold position. Wizz Air 113. Pushback approved. Tail to the east.
Holding position, Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy.
Pushback approved. Tail to the east. With a 113.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Europa 93 Lima Kilo. Request taxi to parking. American 4988 Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Joseph Paradelis ground. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Ready for pushback. Requesting runway 6 right. Europa 93 Lima Kilo. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Taxi to parking. Europa 93 Lima Kilo. Holding position. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. TAM 8098 Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the east.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Seabird 123 Kilo Juliet Super. Request taxi to parking. Joseph Paradelis ground, Air China 840. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Europa 6073. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6.
Heron 001. Taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 left 24 right.
Joseph Paradelis ground, UPS 99 Heavy. Ready for pushback.
UPS 99 Heavy. Hold position. Joseph Paradelis ground. Boeing 111. Ready for pushback. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Will hold short of 6 left 24 right. Heron 001.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 894. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 left. Pushback approved. Tail to the west. Itero 894.
Speedbird 123 Kilo Juliet Super. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Boeing 111. Hold position. Holding position. Boeing 111.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground. With a 113. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo. Request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Wizz Air 113. Taxi to runway 6 right. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 right. With a 113.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Delta 587 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo. Cross runway 6 left. Please expedite.
Crossing runway 6 left. Ryanair 020 Foxtrot Romeo.
Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Juliet. Kilo. Golf 12. Hold short of 6 right 24 left. Delta 587 Heavy. Hold position.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Juliet. Kilo. Golf 12. Will hold short of 6 right 24 left. Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy.
Holding position. Delta 587 Heavy. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the west.
Pushback approved. Tail to the west. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy.
Boeing 111. Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Boeing 111. Joseph Paradelis ground. American 4988 Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Delta 194 Heavy. Request taxi to gate 217 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Paradelis ground. Turkish 41.
Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy. Give way to aircraft on your right. American 4988. Delta 194 Heavy. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 217 via November. Hold short of 220.
Joseph Paradelis traffic. TAM 8098 Heavy. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Give way to aircraft. Indonesia 747 Golf Heavy.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Romeo Sierra, Quebec. Victor Sierra, Golf 12, American 4988 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground. Ryanair 1738. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground. November 93 Echo Mike. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 right. Ryanair 1738. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Joseph Paradelis ground. Delta 587 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 217 via November. Will hold short of 220. Delta 194 Heavy.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy, ready for pushback. Requesting runway 6 right.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Boeing 6004. Request taxi to gate 258 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Terradellis ground. Mistral 482. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy, hold position. Delta 587 Heavy, hold position.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
November 93 Echo Mike. Pushback approved. Tail to the east.
Holding position. Mistral 482. Joseph Terradellis ground. Europa 6073. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 right.
Itero 894. Taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 right 24 left. Europa 6073. Pushback approved. Tail to the east.
Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Europa 6073. Holding position. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Joseph Terradellis ground. TAM 8098 Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Air China 840. Taxi to runway 6 right. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 right. Air China 840.
Delta 194 Heavy. Cross runway 2.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 258. Will hold short of 220. Boeing 6004.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 right. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right. Will hold short of 6 right 24 left. Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy. Crossing runway 2. Boeing 6004.
Joseph Terradellis ground. November 93 Echo Mike. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Boeing 111. Taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 left 24 right. Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy. Please check the user guide from the home screen for help using ATC instructions. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Will hold short of 6 left 24 right. Boeing 111. Joseph Terradellis ground. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo. TAM 8098 Heavy. Taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of Papa Sierra.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Ryanair 313. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Ryanair 1738. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. UPS 99 Heavy. Hold position.
Taxiing to runway 6 right. Will hold short of Papa Sierra. TAM 8098 Heavy.
I'm sorry, Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy.
Holding position. Delta 587 Heavy.
Holding position. Turkish 41 Yankee.
Ryanair 313. Hold position.
Joseph Terradellis ground. VistaJet 9357. Request taxi to stand 185 at the ramp 9. Joseph Terradellis ground. Europa 6073. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
November 93 Echo Mike. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Lima Sierra. Kilo. Golf 10. Hold short on 6 right 24 left. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec. Lima Sierra. Kilo. Golf 10. Will hold short on 6 right 24 left. November 93 Echo Mike.
Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
VistaJet 9357. Taxi to ramp 9 stand 185. Hold short on 220.
Taxiing to ramp 9 stand 185. Will hold short of 220. VistaJet 9357.
Joseph Terradellis ground. Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
VistaJet 9357. Cross runway 2.
Joseph Terradellis ground. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta. Request taxi to parking.
Alpha 6 Hotel India Sierra Heavy. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Victor Sierra. Golf 12. Contact tower when ready. Joseph Terradellis ground. Air India 117 Heavy. Request taxi to parking. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Taxi to parking. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta.
Air India 117 Heavy. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Taxi to parking. Air India 117 Heavy.
Joseph Terradellis ground. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta. Request taxi to gate 260 at the Terminal 1.
Vista Jet 9357. Contact Joseph Terradellas Tower on 118.33. Air India 117 Heavy. Request permission to cross runway 2. Ryanair 6574. Hold position.
Contacting Joseph Terradellas Tower on 118.33. Vista Jet 9357.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Request taxi to parking. Air India 117 Heavy. Cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2. Air India 117 Heavy. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta. Taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 260. Hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 260. Will hold short of 220. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta.
7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta.
Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Taxi to parking. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. TAM 8098 Heavy. Continue taxi.
Continue taxi. TAM 8098 Heavy.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Delta 587 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Ryanair 1738. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Request permission to cross runway 2.
Continue taxi. Indonesia 747 Golf Golf Heavy.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Delta 587 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 left. Ryanair 1738. Taxi to runway 6 left. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left. Ryanair 1738. Ryanair 6574. Runway 6 left. Taxi via Sierra. Lima November. Zulu 7. Contact tower when ready. Air India 117 Heavy. Hold position. Delta 587 Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Holding position. Air India 117 Heavy. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Delta 587 Heavy. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Ready for pushback. Requesting runway 6 right. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Hold position. Holding position. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Ryanair 8291. Continue taxi. Continue taxi. Ryanair 8291. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Give way to aircraft ahead.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Turkish 41 Yankee. Ready for pushback. Requesting runway 6 right.
Give way to aircraft. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango.
Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Turkish 41 Yankee.
Meridair 001. Taxi to ramp 16 stand 320 via Mike. Hold short of 220.
Taxiing to ramp 16 stand 320 via Mike. Will hold short of 2220. Meridair 001.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Qatari 523. Request taxi to parking.
Qatari 523. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Taxi to parking. Qatari 523.
Qatari 523. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2. Qatari 523. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Ryanair 313. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Ryanair 313. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Iberia 421. Request taxi to gate 285 at the Terminal 1.
Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Ryanair 313.
Iberia 421. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 285. Hold short of 220. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 285. Will hold short of 220. Iberia 421.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Emirates 9 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 6 left. Give way to aircraft. Qatari 523. Joseph Terradellas Ground. UPS 99 Heavy. Ready for pushback.
Emirates 9 Heavy. Hold position.
Holding position. Emirates 9 Heavy.
Visa 113. Request frequency change.
Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Victor Sierra. Golf 12. Hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec. Victor Sierra. Golf 12. Will hold short of 6 right 24 left. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
Joseph Terradellas Ground. Continue taxi. Joseph Terradellas Ground. Delta 587 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Iberia 421, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Iberia 421.
Holding position, UPS 99 Heavy.
November 93 Echo Mike, continue taxi. Continue taxi, November 93 Echo Mike. Delta 587 Heavy, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec. Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 9 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Thank you, good day, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec. Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left. Delta 587 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 313, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Emirates 9 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Emirates 9 Heavy. Thank you, good day, 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta.
Ryanair 313, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 left 24 right.
Taxiing to runway 6 right, will hold short of 6 left 24 right, Ryanair 313. Joseph Paradelis ground, Turkish 41 Yankee, ready to taxi.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 right. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north. Delta 587 Heavy, hold position. Pushback approved, tail to the north. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy, holding position, Delta 587 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 3 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Turkish 41 Yankee, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 right 24 left. Joseph Paradelis ground, dwelling 34 Echo Tango, request taxi to gate 254 at the Terminal 1. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra, hold position.
Holding position, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
Emirates 3 Heavy, hold position.
Taxiing to runway 6 right, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Turkish 41 Yankee.
Holding position, Emirates 3 Heavy. American 4988 Heavy, hold position. Holding position, American 4988 Heavy. Dwelling 34 Echo Tango, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 254, hold short of 220. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 254, will hold short of 220, dwelling 34 Echo Tango. Dwelling 34 Echo Tango, request permission to cross runway 2. Dwelling 34 Echo Tango, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, dwelling 34 Echo Tango.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Alitalia 57, request taxi to gate 221 at the Terminal 1.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Virgin 423, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Alitalia 57, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 221, hold short of 220. Virgin 423, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 221, will hold short of 220, Alitalia 57.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Virgin 423. Alitalia 57, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Alitalia 57.
Turkish 41 Yankee, hold position.
Holding position, Turkish 41 Yankee.
Turkish 41 Yankee, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Turkish 41 Yankee. Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 9 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Missile 2626 Heavy, request taxi to gate 217 at the Terminal 1.
Ryanair 313, cross runway 6 left, please expedite.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Buford 80 Echo, request taxi to parking. Crossing runway 6 left, Ryanair 313.
Thank you. Good day. Dwelling 34 Echo Tango. Emirates 9 Heavy. Runway 6 left. Taxi via Lima November. Tango. Contact tower when ready. Beaufort 80 Echo. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Taxiing to runway 6 left via Lima November. Tango. Emirates 9 Heavy.
Missed call 26 Heavy. Taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 217 via Yankee 4. Mike. Hold short of 220.
Taxi to parking, Buford 80 Echo.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 217 via Yankee 4, Mike, will hold short of 220, Missile 2626 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Papa Sierra. Kilo. Golf 12. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec. Papa Sierra. Kilo. Golf 12. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Papa Sierra. Kilo. Golf 12. Hold short of 6 right 24 left. Itero 894. Hold position.
Holding position, Itero 894.
Missed call 2626 Heavy. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Missile 2626 Heavy.
Beaufort 80 Echo. Cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu, request taxi to gate 124A at the Terminal 2. Crossing runway 2, Buford 80 Echo.
Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu. Taxi to Terminal 2 Gate 124A via Papa 1. Tango. Hold short of 220.
Joseph Paradelis ground, UPS 99 Heavy, ready for pushback. Taxiing to Terminal 2 Gate 124A via Papa 1. Tango, will hold short of 220, Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu.
Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu. Cross runway 2. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Continue taxi.
Crossing runway 2, Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu. Continue taxi, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Give way to aircraft on your left.
Give way to aircraft, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Hold position. UPS 99 Heavy. Push back approved. Tail to the north. Holding position. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra.
Emirates 3 Heavy. Push back approved. Tail to the east. Push back approved. Tail to the east. Emirates 3 Heavy. Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra. Continue taxi, Itero 894.
Thank you. Emirates 3 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground. Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground. Virgin 423. Ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Joseph Paradelis ground. Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy. Ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy. Taxi to runway 6 left. Contact tower when ready.
Mistral 6297 Heavy. Request permission to cross runway 2.
Taxiing to runway 6 left. Emirates 81 Whisker Heavy. Virgin 423. Runway 6 left. Taxi via Bravo. Juliet November. Tango. Zulu 5. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo. Juliet November. Tango. Zulu 5. Virgin 423. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Hold position. Mistral 6297 Heavy. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Mistral 6297 Heavy.
Holding position. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy. Virgin 423. Give way to aircraft on your left. Give way to aircraft. Virgin 423. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Continue taxi. Continue taxi. Air Canada 109 Victor Alpha Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground. Exec Jet 004. Request taxi to stand 52 at the ramp 0. Exec Jet 004. Taxi to ramp 0 stand 52. Hold short of 220.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Mistral 6297 heavy, request taxi to parking.
Taxiing to ramp 0 stand 52, will hold short of 220, exec jet 004. Mistral 6297 heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23, November 2571 Mike. Joseph Paradelis ground, UPS 99 heavy, ready to taxi. Taxi to parking, Mistral 6297 heavy.
Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar heavy, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33.
Joseph Paradelis ground, November 2571 Mike, request taxi to parking. Itero 894, request frequency change.
November 2571 Mike, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33, Emirates 260 Hotel Oscar heavy. Taxi to parking, November 2571 Mike.
UPS 99 heavy, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, UPS 99 heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Merid Air 001, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
UPS 99 heavy, hold position.
Holding position, UPS 99 heavy.
November 93 Echo Mike, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33. Contacting Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33, November 93 Echo Mike. Merid Air 001, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground, American 337 Super, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Air Canada 855 heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Itero 894, stay on my frequency. UPS 99 heavy, please follow instructions. UPS 99 heavy, hold position. Joseph Paradelis ground, Emirates 3 heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. Air Canada 855 heavy, hold position. Holding position, Air Canada 855 heavy.
Thank you, good day, Chinook 4 Yankee Zulu. Pushback approved, tail to the east, American 337 Super.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Emirates 3 heavy. Exec jet 004, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, exec jet 004. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, pushback approved, tail to the north. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. 4 flight 0804, taxi to terminal 1 gate 236, hold short of 220.
Crossing runway 2, November 2571 Mike.
UPS 99 heavy, please follow instructions or you will be reported. UPS 99 heavy, hold position.
Thank you, good day, Mr. 2626 Heavy.
Holding position, UPS 99 heavy.
4 flight 0804, cross runway 2. Exec jet 004, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33.
Crossing runway 2, 4 flight 0804.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33, exec jet 004. Delta 587 heavy, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33. Contacting Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33, Delta 587 heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, American 337 Super, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Itero 894, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33. American 337 Super, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Gold 12, contact tower when ready.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33, Itero 894.
American 337 Super, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, American 337 Super.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Air Canada 855 heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Air Canada 855 heavy, pushback approved, tail to the west. Joseph Paradelis ground, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, ready to taxi. Pushback approved, tail to the west, Air Canada 855 heavy. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, runway 6 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo, Golf 12, hold short of 6 right 24 left. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Juliet, Kilo, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Emirates 3 Heavy, give way to aircraft ahead. Give way to aircraft. Emirates 3 Heavy. UPS 99 Heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, UPS 99 Heavy. Joseph Paragelis ground, Emirates 32, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paragelis ground, UPS 035 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Wizz Air 184, request taxi to parking. UPS 035 Heavy, hold position. Emirates 32, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Emirates 32.
Wizz Air 184, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Wizz Air 184. Joseph Paragelis ground, Asiana 512 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Asiana 512 Heavy, hold position.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Iberia 1000, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Holding position, Asiana 512 Heavy. Iberia 1000, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Iberia 1000. Joseph Paragelis ground, November 2571 Mike, request taxi to gate 121A at the Terminal 2.
November 2571 Mike, taxi to Terminal 2 gate 121A via Sierra, Juliet November.
Taxiing to Terminal 2 gate 121A via Sierra, Juliet November, November 2571 Mike.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Air Canada 254, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Tango Kilo 225, request taxi to gate 273 at the Terminal 1.
Air Canada 254, hold position. Holding position, Air Canada 254.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Air Canada 2097, request taxi to parking.
Tango Kilo 225, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 273, hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 273, will hold short of 220, Tango Kilo 225.
Wizz Air 184, cross runway 2.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Vueling 107 India Golf, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Crossing runway 2, Wizz Air 184.
Air Canada 2097, request permission to cross runway 20.
Air Canada 2097, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Dwelling 107 India Golf, pushback approved, tail to the east. Ryanair 313, hold position.
Taxi to parking, Air Canada 2097.
Air Canada 2097, cross runway 2. Joseph Paragelis ground, Air Canada 855 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. UPS 035 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Vueling 107 India Golf.
Air Canada 855 Heavy, please follow instructions. Air Canada 855 Heavy, please check the user guide from the home screen for help using ATC instructions.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Air Force 1, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Joseph Paragelis ground, KLM 5423 Heavy, request taxi to the Terminal 1. Holding position, Ryanair 313.
Air China 840, give way to aircraft ahead.
Give way to aircraft, Air China 840.
Wilco, Speedbird 480.
Joseph Paragelis ground, Iberia 1000, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Thank you, Emirates 3 Heavy. Air Force 1, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Air Force 1.
KLM 5423 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Speedbird 480, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, KLM 5423 Heavy.
Taxi to parking, Speedbird 480. KLM 5423 Heavy, cross runway 2. Speedbird 480, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Speedbird 480. Iberia 1000, runway 6 right, taxi via Romeo Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Romeo Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Iberia 1000. Joseph Paragelis ground, UPS 035 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left. Holding position, Turkish 41 Yankee. Joseph Paradelis ground, UPS 99 heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Tango Kilo 225, request permission to cross runway 2.
Air Canada 855 heavy, taxi to runway 6 left, hold short of 6 left 24 right. Taxiing to runway 6 left, will hold short of 6 left 24 right, Air Canada 855 heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Boeing 107 India Golf, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Tango Kilo 225, cross runway 2. UPS 99 heavy, hold position.
Crossing runway 2, Tango Kilo 225.
Thank you, good day, with Air 184.
Joseph Paradelis ground, United 672 heavy, request taxi to gate 273 at the Terminal 1.
Dwelling 107 India Golf, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, hold short of 7 right 25 left.
Air China 840, request frequency change. KLM 542 heavy, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
United 672 heavy, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 273 via November, Echo, Juliet.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 273 by November, Echo, Juliet, United 672 heavy.
KLM 5423 heavy, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Boeing 895, request taxi to gate 254 at the Terminal 1.
Air China 840, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Air China 840. Joseph Paradelis ground, Air Force 1, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Bravo. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 254, will hold short of 220, Boeing 895.
Dwelling 895, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 254 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 254 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, will hold short of 220, Boeing 895. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Bravo, Lima November, will hold short of 6 left 24 right, Air Force 1.
Easy Fly 223 Victor Golf, pushback approved, tail to the east, Air Force 1, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo, Lima November, contact tower when ready. Joseph Paradelis ground, SOTA 777 flight on 2, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Air India 162 heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Asiana 512 heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Joseph Paradelis ground, American 4988 heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo. SOTA 777 flight on 2, pushback approved, tail to the west. Pushback approved, tail to the west. SOTA 777 flight on 2. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, will hold short of Victor Sierra, American 4988 heavy. Asiana 512 heavy, hold position. Air India 162 heavy, hold position.
Holding position, Air India 162 heavy.
Holding position, Asiana 512 heavy. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, hold position. Holding position, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Joseph Paradelis ground, Speedbird 10 heavy, request taxi to stand 302 at the ramp 16. United 672 heavy, I'm sorry. Speedbird 10 heavy, taxi to ramp 16 stand 302, hold short of 220. Taxiing to ramp 16 stand 302, will hold short of 220, Speedbird 10 heavy. Speedbird 10 heavy, taxi to ramp 16 stand 302, hold short of 220. Taxiing to ramp 16 stand 302, will hold short of 220, Speedbird 10 heavy. Thank you, good day, Speedbird 480. Joseph Paradelis ground, SOTA 777 flight on 2, ready to taxi with information Bravo. SOTA 777 flight on 2, runway 6 left, taxi via Lima, Bravo Sierra, Yankee 7, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Lima, Bravo Sierra, Yankee 7, SOTA 777 flight on 2. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy, continue taxi. Turkish 41 Yankee, hold position. Joseph Paradelis ground, Easy Fly 223 Victor Golf, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo, request taxi to parking.
Continue taxi, Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy.
Holding position, Turkish 41 Yankee. Contacting Joseph Taradelis ground on 122.23.
Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo. Request permission to cross runway 20.
Easy flight 223 Victor Golf, taxi to runway 6 left. Contact tower when ready. Sofa 777 flight on 2, hold position. Taxiing to runway 6 left, easy flight 223 Victor Golf. Holding position, Sofa 777 flight on 2. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2.
Air Canada 855 Heavy, continue taxi. Continue taxi, Air Canada 855 Heavy.
Joseph Taradelis ground, request taxi to stand 414 at the ramp 17.
Speedbird 10 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2. Speedbird 10 Heavy, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2. Speedbird 10 Heavy. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2. Joseph Taradelis ground, Air India 162 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy, give way to aircraft on your right. Air India 162 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east. Holding position, Asiana 512 Heavy. Give way to aircraft. Iberia 276 Quebec Romeo Heavy.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Air India 162 Heavy.
Give way to aircraft ahead.
Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo, request permission to cross runway 2.
Sofa 777 flight on 2, continue taxi.
Give way to aircraft.
Continue taxi, Sofa 777 flight on 2. Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo.
Joseph Taradelis ground, dwelling 2812, request taxi to parking. Dwelling 2812, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, dwelling 2812. American 4988 Heavy, continue taxi. Turkish 41 Yankee, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Turkish 41 Yankee.
Continue taxi, American 4988 Heavy.
Joseph Taradelis ground, Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, request taxi to gate 285 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Taradelis ground, Ham Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, disregard last message.
Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 285, hold short on 220. Joseph Taradelis ground, Iberex 074 Alpha Delta, ready for pushback, requesting runway 6 left.
Joseph Taradelis ground, Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, request taxi to gate 270 at the Terminal 1.
Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 270, hold short on 220.
Holding position, Ham Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 270, will hold short of 220, Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy.
Iberex 074 Alpha Delta, pushback approved, tail to the east. Pushback approved, tail to the east. Iberex 074 Alpha Delta, Air Canada 254, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Thank you, good day, Tango Kilo 225.
American 4988 Heavy, contact Joseph Taradelis Tower on 118.33. Contacting Joseph Taradelis Tower on 118.33, American 4988 Heavy.
Joseph Taradelis ground, Europa 1430, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right.
Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, cross runway 2. Air India 16 Heavy, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Killer, Golf 12, hold short on 6 right 24 left.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, will hold short of 6 right 24 left, Air India 162 Heavy. Joseph Taradelis ground, Asiana 24, request taxi to gate 245 at the Terminal 1.
Asiana 24, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 245 via November, Echo, hold short on 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 245 via November, Echo, will hold short of 220, Asiana 24.
Asiana 24, cross runway 2. Iberia 1000, contact Joseph Taradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Taradelis Tower on 118.33, Iberia 1000.
Europa 13 Uniform Romeo, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 268 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, hold short on 220. Air India 162 Heavy, hold position. Joseph Terradella's ground, dwelling 2812, request taxi to gate 232 at the Terminal 1. Asiana 512 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east. Joseph Terradella's ground, IF48 597, ready for pushback with information Bravo. Dwelling 2812, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 232 via Delta, Mike, Echo. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 232 via Delta, Mike, Echo, dwelling 2812. Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy, hold position.
Holding position, Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy.
IF48 597, pushback approved, tail to the east. Pushback approved, tail to the east, IF48 597.
Air Nostrum 2335, disregard last message. Joseph Terradella's ground, Air Nostrum 2335, request taxi to stand 414 at the ramp 17.
Asiana 512 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north. Air Nostrum 2335, taxi to ramp 17 stand 414 via Juliet. Air Echo 248 Alpha Kilo, give way aircraft ahead.
Taxiing to ramp 17 stand 414 via Juliet, Air Nostrum 2335. Joseph Terradella's ground, Swiss 175, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Swiss 175, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Swiss 175.
Air Canada 254, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, hold short on 6 right 24 left. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Victor Sierra, Golf 12, will hold short on 6 right 24 left. Air Canada 254.
Joseph Terradella's ground, TAM Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Exec Jet 004, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo November, Charlie November, Tango, Zulu 5, contact tower when ready. Europa 13 Uniform Romeo, cross runway 2, crossing runway 2, Europa 13 Uniform Romeo. Wizz Air 197, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Wizz Air 197. Joseph Terradella's ground, Ryanair 8 Bravo Yankee, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 left. Taxiing to ramp 17 stand 414 via Lima Sierra, Air Nostrum 2335.
4 flight 0804, hold position.
Holding position, 4 flight 0804.
Ryanair 8 Bravo Yankee, hold position.
Holding position, Ryanair 8 Bravo Yankee.
Mistral 2628 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Mistral 2628 Heavy. Mistral 2628 Heavy, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Mistral 2628 Heavy.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Swiss 175, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
SkyWest 117 Uniform Alpha, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 260 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, hold short on 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 260 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, will hold short of 2220, SkyWest 117 Uniform Alpha.
Cantago 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short on 6 right 24 left. SkyWest 117 Uniform Alpha, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, SkyWest 117 Uniform Alpha.
November 4916, hold position.
Holding position, November 4916.
Swiss 175, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Vueling 107 India Golf, request frequency change. Joseph Terradella's ground, Europa 1430, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 6 right. Taxiing to runway 6 left, Swiss 175.
IF48 597, runway 6 left, taxi via Bravo, Juliet November, Tango, contact tower when ready.
Joseph Terradella's ground, Iberia 2606, request taxi to gate 217 at the Terminal 1.
Air India 162 Heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Air India 162 Heavy.
Europa 130, hold position. Asiana 512 Heavy, please follow instructions. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, hold position. Air Canada 254, continue taxi. Holding position, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango.
Holding position, Europa 1430.
Iberia 2606, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 217, hold short on 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 217, will hold short of 220, Iberia 2606.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Edelweiss 9 Mike India. Request taxi to gate 226 at the Terminal 1. Edelweiss 9 Mike India. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 226 via November. Delta Sierra. Hold short of 220.
Joseph Paradelis ground. For flight 0804. Ready for pushback.
Ryanair 3180. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Thai 389. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
For flight 0804. Pushback approved. Tail to the west. Edelweiss 9 Mike India. Cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2. Edelweiss 9 Mike India.
Joseph Paradelis ground. With Air 197. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Asiana 512 Heavy. You're on an active airport. Please contact Joseph Paradelis ground on 122.23. With Air 197. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Romeo Sierra. Kilo. Golf 10. Hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground. United 61 Echo Bravo. Request taxi to gate 208 at the Terminal 1. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Romeo Sierra. Kilo. Golf 10. Will hold short of 6 right 24 left. With Air 197.
Thai 389. Runway 6 left. Taxi via Bravo. Kilo November. Tango. Papa 7. Contact tower when ready. Asiana 512 Heavy. Please check the user guide from the home screen for help using ATC instructions.
United 61 Echo Bravo. Request permission to cross runway 2.
November 4916. Pushback approved. Tail to the east. Asiana 512. Hold position.
Pushback approved. Tail to the east. November 4916.
Holding position. Asiana 512. Joseph Paradelis ground. Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy. Request taxi to gate 285 at the Terminal 1.
United 61 Echo Bravo. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 208 via Charlie Sierra. Hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 208 via Charlie Sierra. Will hold short of 220. United 61 Echo Bravo.
Ryanair 8 Bravo Yankee. Pushback approved. Tail to the east.
Holding position. Europa 1430.
United 61 Echo Bravo. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2. United 61 Echo Bravo.
Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 285 via Quebec. Joseph Paradelis ground. Hold position.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 285 via Quebec. Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy.
Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Continue taxi. Continue taxi. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Asiana 512. Ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Asiana 512. Hold position.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo. Request taxi to gate 281 at the Terminal 1. Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Europa 1430. Thank you. Europa 1430. Joseph Paradelis ground. For flight 0804. Ready to taxi.
Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 281 via.
Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 281 via Aeromexico 248 Alpha Kilo. Taxiing to runway 6 right. Will hold short of 6 right 24 left. For flight 0804.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Ryanair 3180. Ready to taxi with information Bravo. Asiana 512 Heavy. Continue taxi.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha. Request taxi to parking.
Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Continue taxi. Asiana 512 Heavy.
Taxi to parking. Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha.
Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha. Cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2. Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha.
Ryanair 3180. Taxi to runway 6 left. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left. Ryanair 3180. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. Contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Joseph Paradelis ground. November 4916. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Bravo.
Joseph Paradelis ground. China Eastern 7235 Heavy. Request taxi to gate 285 at the Terminal 1. Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango. November 4916. Runway 6 right. Taxi via Quebec. Victor Sierra. Golf 12. Hold short of 6 right 24 left. China Eastern 7235 Heavy. Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 285. Hold short of 220.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 716, request taxi to parking.
India November India Charlie Kilo, pushback approved, tail to the north. Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 285, will hold short of 220, China Eastern 7235 Heavy. China Eastern 7235 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2. Ryanair 8 Bravo Yankee, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, India November India Charlie Kilo.
China Eastern 7235 Heavy, cross runway 2. Ryanair 716, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Ryanair 716.
Europa 1430, runway 6 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo, Golf 10, hold short of 6 right 24 left. Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Pushback approved, tail to the west, Speedbird 477 Bravo Alpha, Joseph Paradelis ground, India Bravo Charlie Kilo Delta, ready for pushback with information Charlie.
Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
With Air 197, request frequency change.
India Bravo Charlie Kilo Delta, pushback approved, tail to the north. Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Jet Airways 30 Victor Tango.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, India Bravo Charlie Kilo Delta.
With Air 197, stay on my frequency. Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 221, request taxi to gate 110 at the Terminal 2. Itero 221, taxi to Terminal 2 gate 110 via Echo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Hotel Kilo 1505 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Taxiing to Terminal 2 gate 110 via Echo, Itero 221.
Thank you, good day, Iberia 2606. Taxi to parking, Hotel Kilo 1505 Heavy. Thank you, good day, United 61 Echo Bravo. Ryanair 716, request permission to cross runway 2. Ham Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, request frequency change.
Emirates 32, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. Thai 389, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Thai 389.
Ham Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, stay on my frequency. Hotel Kilo 1505 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Hotel Kilo 1505 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis ground, India November India Charlie Kilo, ready to taxi with information Charlie.
November 4916, stay on my frequency. India November India Charlie Kilo, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, India November India Charlie Kilo.
Speedbird 333 India Golf, request permission to cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 183 Heavy, request taxi to gate 281 at the Terminal 1.
Speedbird 333 India Golf, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Speedbird 333 India Golf.
Thank you, good day, Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy.
Itero 183 Heavy, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 281 via Kilo, Papa Sierra, hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 281 via Kilo, Papa Sierra, will hold short of 220, Itero 183 Heavy.
November 4916, continue taxi.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Malaysian 2028 Echo Heavy, ready for pushback. Continue taxi, November 4916.
Malaysian 2028 Echo Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east. Joseph Paradelis ground, Speedbird 333 India Golf, request taxi to gate 212 at the Terminal 1. China Eastern 7235 Heavy, give way to aircraft ahead.
Joseph Paradelis ground, India Bravo Charlie Kilo Delta, ready to taxi with information Charlie. Pushback approved, tail to the east, Malaysian 2028 Echo Heavy.
Give way to aircraft. China Eastern 7235 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, November 38 Alpha Super, ready to taxi with information Charlie.
Speedbird 333 India Golf, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 212 via November, Charlie Sierra. Taxiing to Terminal 1 gate 212 via November, Charlie Sierra, Speedbird 333 India Golf.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Speedbird 477 Bravo Alpha, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Charlie.
India Bravo Charlie Kilo Delta, taxi to runway 6 right, hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Itero 183 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2.
Wizz Air 197, continue taxi.
Thank you. Good day. Mistral 390 India Golf Heavy.
Speedbird 477 Bravo Alpha, taxi to runway 6 right. Hold short of 6 right 24 left.
Contacting Joseph Taradelis Tower on 118.33, Wizz Air 197.
Itero 183 Heavy, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Itero 183 Heavy.
November 38 Alpha Super, runway 6 left. Taxi via Mike November, Papa November, Zulu 8. Contact tower when ready. China Eastern 7235 Heavy, continue taxi.
Taxiing to runway 6 left via Mike November, Papa November, Zulu 8, November 38 Alpha Super.
Continue taxi, China Eastern 7235 Heavy.
Stands by, Etihad 141. Joseph Taradelis Ground, Lufthansa 9274 Super, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Romeo. Joseph Taradelis Ground, Air Canada 501, ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Air Canada 501, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Air Canada 501.
Lufthansa 9274 Super, taxi to waypoint via Uniform 3 Lima, Uniform, Tango, Zulu 8.
Taxiing to waypoint via Uniform 3 Lima, Uniform, Tango, Zulu 8, Lufthansa 9274 Super.
Thank you, good day. Speedbird 333 India Golf. Joseph Taradelis Ground, United 770, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right. United 770, pushback approved, tail to the north. Pushback approved, tail to the north, United 770.
Joseph Taradelis Ground, Air Canada 501, ready to taxi with information Romeo. Joseph Taradelis Ground, Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right.
Thank you, good day. China Eastern 7235 Heavy. Air Canada 501, taxi to runway 6 left. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, Air Canada 501.
Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Ham Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, request frequency change.
Hamtargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy, Contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee. Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. TAM Cargo 192 Lima Alpha Heavy.
Attention all aircraft. Please stand by. Chancellor changes in progress.
Joseph Paradelis Ground. Emirates 185 Heavy. Request taxi to gate 291 at the Terminal 1.
Joseph Paradelis Ground. Itero 264. Request taxi to gate 270 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Paradelis Ground. United 770. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis Ground. Itero 264. Request taxi to gate 270 at the Terminal 1. Joseph Paradelis Ground. United 132 Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Joseph Paradelis Ground. Emirates 185 Heavy. Request taxi to gate 291 at the Terminal 1. Emirates 185 Heavy. Taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 291. Hold short of 220. Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 291. Will hold short of 220. Emirates 185 Heavy. Emirates 185 Heavy. Cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2. Emirates 185 Heavy. Joseph Paradelis Ground. Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee. Ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Romeo. Itero 264. Taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 270 via Kilo, Juliet. Hold short of 220.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 270 via Kilo, Juliet. Will hold short on 220. Itero 264. Crossing runway 2. Itero 264.
United 132 Heavy. Hold position. United 770. Runway 5. Taxi via Quebec. Papa Sierra. Kilo. Golf 12. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec. Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 12, United 770. Joseph Paradelis Ground, Ryanair 719, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right.
Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee. Ryanair 719, hold position.
Holding position, Ryanair 719.
Joseph Paradelis Ground, Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee, ready for pushback with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis Ground, Delta 28, ready for pushback with information Romeo. Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee, pushback approved, tail to the north. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee. United 132 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the south. Delta 28, hold position.
Pushback approved, tail to the south, United 132 Heavy.
Holding position, Delta 28. Joseph Paradelis Ground, Etihad 141, ready for pushback with information Romeo. Lufthansa 9274 Super, request frequency change. Ryanair 719, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Joseph Paradelis Ground, Ryanair 6616, request taxi to stand 342 at the ramp 16. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Ryanair 719.
Lufthansa 9274 Super, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33. Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Lufthansa 9274 Super. Joseph Paradelis Ground, Etihad 141, ready to taxi to runway 20 with information Romeo. Ryanair 6616, taxi to ramp 0 stand 25, hold short of 220.
Taxiing to ramp 0 stand 25.
Etihad 141, check ATIS frequency for airfield information. Delta 28, pushback approved, tail to the north. Joseph Paradelis ground, Saudia 112, request taxi to parking. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Delta 28.
Joseph Paradelis ground, November 4912, ready to taxi to runway 6 right is information Bravo.
Saudia 112, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Saudia 112. Saudia 112, give way to aircraft on your right. Give way to aircraft, Saudia 112. Thank you, good day, Emirates 185 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 719, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
November 4916, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready. Joseph Paradelis ground, Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
Taxi to runway 6 right, November 4916.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Aeroplot 1112, request taxi.
Request permission to cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Etihad 141, ready to taxi to runway 20 with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Europa 7837, request taxi to gate 252 at the Terminal 1. Ryanair 719, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready. Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, Ryanair 719.
Saudia 112, cross runway 2.
Joseph Paradelis ground, United 132 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
Ryanair 6616, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Saudia 112. Joseph Paradelis ground, Thai 945, ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Crossing runway 2, Ryanair 6616. Joseph Paradelis ground, DHL 555, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
Europa 7837, taxi to Terminal 1 gate 252 via Kilo, Lima Sierra, hold short of 220. Europa 7837, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Europa 7837. Europa 1430, request frequency change. Aeroplot 1112, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxi to parking, Aeroplot 1112. Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 left, Golf India Bravo Yankee Yankee.
Ryanair 6616, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Delta 28, ready to taxi with information Romeo. Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee, request frequency change. DHL 555, taxi to runway 6 left, hold short of 6 left 24 right. DHL 555, correction, stand 5.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Tam 8115 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 left.
Amelia 3 Super, request permission to cross runway 20.
DHL 555, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, DHL 555.
Tam 8115 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the west. Ryanair 6616, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33.
Pushback approved, tail to the west, Tam 8115 Heavy.
Amelia 3 Super, cross runway 2.
Ryanair 719, request frequency change.
Crossing runway 2, Amelia 3 Super.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 6616, request taxi to stand 342 at the ramp 16.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Etihad 141, ready to taxi with information Romeo. Lufthansa 731 Whiskey Yankee, contact Joseph Paradelis tower on 118.33.
I'm sorry, Ryanair 6616.
Delta 28, taxi to runway 6 right, contact tower when ready. Joseph Paradelis ground, Thai 945, ready for pushback. Taxiing to runway 6 right, Delta 28.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 6616, request taxi to stand 342 at the ramp 16. Taxiing to runway 6 right, United 132 Heavy.
Thai 945, hold position.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Seabird 481, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right.
Itero 2203, pushback approved, tail to the west. Pushback approved, tail to the west. Itero 2203. United 132 Heavy, give way to aircraft on your left.
Give way to aircraft. United 132 Heavy.
Amelia 3 Super, taxi to ramp 9 stand 141A via Tango.
Taxiing to ramp 9 stand 141A via Tango, Amelia 3 Super.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Iberia 648, request taxi to parking. Ryanair 6616, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Ryanair 6616.
Iberia 648, request permission to cross runway 2. Taxiing to runway 6 left via Uniform 3 Lima, Uniform, Tango, Zulu 8, Joseph Paradelis ground. Iberia 648, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, Iberia 648.
Joseph Paradelis ground. Speedbird 481, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right.
Speedbird 481, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north. Speedbird 481.
Joseph Paradelis ground, time 945, ready for pushback. Joseph Paradelis ground, Jet Airways 007, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right. Time 945, avoid sending duplicate messages. Jet Airways 007, pushback approved, tail to the south. Pushback approved, tail to the south, Jet Airways 007.
Joseph Paradelis ground, TAM 8115 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 6 left with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 6616, request taxi to stand 342 at the ramp 16.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 2203, ready to taxi.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 403, ready for pushback with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Nordic 02 Papa, request taxi to gate 115 at the terminal 2.
TAM 8115 Heavy, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, TAM 8115 Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, privilege 61 Mike, request taxi to gate 250 at the terminal 1.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Speedbird 481, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Romeo.
Itero 403, pushback approved, tail to the west.
Pushback approved, tail to the west, Itero 403.
Speedbird 481, taxi to runway 6 left, hold short of 6 left 24 right. Privilege 61 Mike, taxi to terminal 1 gate 250 via kilo, hold short of 220.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, will hold short of 6 left 24 right. Speedbird 481.
Privilege 61 Mike, cross runway 2. Crossing runway 2, privilege 61 Mike. Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 2203, ready to taxi. Ryanair 6616, taxi to ramp 0 stand 25 via Delta, Tango, Echo November, Sierra. Joseph Paradelis ground, Condor 45, ready for pushback with information Romeo. Nordic 02 Papa, taxi to terminal 2 gate 115 via Tango, hold short of 220. Nordic 02 Papa, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, Nordic 02 Papa. Ryanair 6616. Direction, stand by.
Itero 2203, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, Itero 2203. Condor 45, pushback approved, tail to the west. Pushback approved, tail to the west, Condor 45.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 6616, request taxi to parking.
Aero Mexico 820, hold position. Joseph Paradelis ground, Jet Airways 007, ready to taxi with information Romeo. Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 3322, request taxi to parking.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Itero 403, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
Jet Airways 007, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Iberia 9 Lima Romeo Heavy, ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, Jet Airways 007. Iberia 9 Lima Romeo Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the west.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Ryanair 6616. Request taxi to parking.
Pushback approved, tail to the west, Iberia 9 Lima Romeo Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Airbus 0012. Ready for pushback with information Romeo. Requesting runway 6 right.
Ryanair 3322, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Ryanair 6616, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Ryanair 6616.
Ryanair 6616, give way to aircraft on your right.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Turkish 1854 heavy, ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Itero 403, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Juliet, Kilo, Golf 10, contact tower when ready. Itero 403, give way to aircraft on your right.
Give way to aircraft, Itero 403.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Condor 45, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Romeo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Airbus 0012, ready for pushback with information Romeo, requesting runway 6 right.
Turkish 1854 heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Turkish 1854 heavy.
Aero Mexico A20, pushback approved, tail to the east. Joseph Paradelis ground, 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta, request taxi to parking. Condor 45, runway 6 right, taxi via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, contact tower when ready. Pushback approved, tail to the east, Aero Mexico A20. Taxiing to runway 6 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra, Kilo, Golf 10, Condor 45. Airbus 0012, pushback approved, tail to the north. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta, taxi to parking, at your discretion. 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta, cross runway 2. Sierra Papa Lima Victor Bravo Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the west. Pushback approved, tail to the west. Sierra Papa Lima Victor Bravo Heavy.
Ryanair 6616, request permission to cross runway 6 left.
Joseph Paradelis ground, 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta, request taxi to A238 at the Terminal 1. Wheeling 517, cross runway 2.
Crossing runway 2, dwelling 517.
Ryanair 6616, contact Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33.
Contacting Joseph Paradelis Tower on 118.33, Ryanair 6616.
7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 238 via Kilo, Echo, hold short of 220. Crossing runway 2, 7 Tango Romeo Echo Delta.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Sierra Echo Alpha Alpha Echo Heavy, ready for pushback with information Romeo.
Ryanair 930, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 284, hold short of 220. Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 284, will hold short of 220, Ryanair 930.
Approved, tail to the west, Sierra Echo Alpha Alpha Echo Heavy.
Joseph Paradelis ground, cross runway 2. Joseph Paradelis ground, Hotel Zulu Alpha Bravo 2, ready for pushback. Hotel Zulu Alpha Bravo 2, pushback approved, tail to the east. Pushback approved, tail to the east, Hotel Zulu Alpha Bravo 2. Joseph Aero Mexico A20, taxi to runway 6 left, contact tower when ready.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Turkish 1854 heavy, ready to taxi with information Romeo.
Taxiing to runway 6 left, Aero Mexico A20.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Airbus 0012, ready to taxi to runway 6 right with information Romeo.
Joseph Paradelis ground, Sierra Papa Lima Victor Bravo Heavy, ready to taxi with information Romeo. Wheeling 517, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 214 via November, Charlie Sierra, Mike, Bravo Sierra.
Taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate 214 via November, Charlie Sierra, Mike, Bravo Sierra, dwelling 517.
Speedbird 481, contact Joseph